We're going to look at equations. You know if it's an equation if it has an equal sign. That sounds simple, but people will make that mistake every time. It has to have an equal sign. If there's not an equal sign, it's called an expression, and you can't add an equal sign. Okay, replacement set, where possible answers are. Solution set are elements from the replacement that are part of the solution. An identity is true for every value. If you're solving these and you come up to the end and you get something like 15 is equal to 15 or x is equal to x, and these are the same as true, your answer is all real numbers. This is an identity. No matter what I put in here for x, it will always be true. But if you get something like this, 10 equals 15, which 10 does not equal 15, that means there's no solution. Here's your symbol for no solution. This is not 0. It is no solution. It is different. Do not write your zeros this way. Look at number 1. I have 2q plus 5 is equal to 13. Here's my replacement set. So I'm just going to try 2 of the replacement sets. You probably already know the answer. And I'm going to see if one of them happens to work. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. That does not equal 13. So 3 is not an answer. What about 4? That's 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. This is an answer. So 4 is part of my solution set. 3 was not good. 4 was. Let's look at a different one. So I can try something. I'll try 0. And I'll try 2. So these are what I'm trying from the replacement set to see if any of them are part of the solution. So 28 is equal to, I have 3 times 0, which is 0. So that's 4 times 1, because 1 plus 0. So 28 does not equal 4. So 0 is definitely not a solution. If I try 2, three times 2 is 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So yes, 2 is a solution. So I would take 2 and put it into my solution set. Let's look at an equation like this. I'm trying to solve for n. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use order of operations. That means this needs to be 16, and I'm using addition of the opposite. So I did 4 to the second power, which is 16. I changed that minus 10 to plus a negative 10. Do that. It will help you. Forget about using subtraction. That's positive 6. Okay, so here, once again, I said forget subtraction. I have 7 minus 6. So I'm going to change that to plus a negative. It's 2 marks with your pencil. Plus a negative. Addition of the opposite. So 7 plus negative 6 is 1. So I have 1 plus something, some number, is equal to 10. And I know that that's 9, because I know 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay, last one. Here I have some parentheses that I need to simplify first, and I need to use distributive property, which means I take what's outside parentheses, the 3, I multiply it by everything inside. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 1 is 3. Now I'm going to write the rest of it. I'm going to use addition of the opposite. So 2 marks with my pencil. It was minus 5, but I'm going to do plus a negative 5. And it was minus 2, but I'm going to make 2 marks plus a negative 2. So now I need to simplify. 3 plus a negative 5 is negative 2. And now I can see that on both sides of my equation I have the exact same thing. Remember, if you have the exact same thing, this is called an identity. So my answer is all real numbers. So these are the exact same, so my answer is all real numbers. If I would have gotten something that was not the same, it would be no solution.